friends. This is your friend Spellbound. How are you? I just wanted to do a quick spread. I had a bit of a message, so I guess this is going to be a general reading. So, what I would like to say to you, well, first of all, this deck is an old deck. I got it, I don't know, maybe like 15 years ago from Barnes and Nobles. Tiny little book that comes with it. Don't know the name of the deck. I can't remember. My hands aren't shaking too much. Then maybe you can see who at least printed it. I don't know if you'd be interested, but I can leave that in the bottom of the description for you. Now, I don't want to seem like I'm anti-X coming back. I keep hearing it. It's driving me nuts because from my point of view, it's not happening. Like I said, people are going to come back, especially with the retrograde season going on. But, sometimes that's a test for us. Did we learn our past lessons, or do we want to repeat the same cycles again? I want to say that there are people that we meet who can be for us, meaning, we could get married and have a nice life together, but it would only work if those people chose to, if those people are balanced. Basically, the ball would be in their court, right? Spirit would bless that union. However, these people, they can have their own influences. They can be influenced by family, friends. If your friend has a hot girlfriend, or if your friend has a hot boyfriend, and you're not necessarily that hot, then the person might be like, well, I kind of want someone that looks like what my brother has, or, my mother might not like her because, she's older, or whatever reasons people have in their heads, basically, not to ramble. But what I'm trying to say is if that person has it in their head that you don't fit their ideal, it doesn't matter how much they love you. It's one of those cases where you cut your nose off to spite yourself. It doesn't matter how much feeling they have for you. If you don't fit what it is that's in their mind, then it's not gonna happen, right? What's that? A missed opportunity. That's what I'm hearing. Missed opportunity. All right. Some people will tell you that that's when they call that karmics, when they choose karmics over you. And it is true. Some people choose to remain in karmic cycles. They didn't learn the lesson now. It'll take them another 5 years to learn it, another 10 years to learn it. Or that's when they want to come back to you like a year, 2 years later after they've had like 6 kids saying, you know what, I've thought about it. You're the one for me. It happens. We know it happens. But, so be the case. People like that, I just say they have trench mentality because they don't want to elevate. They're used to suffering. They're used to fighting and arguing and, stuff like that. They don't believe that, something happy could be real. I'm a Libra, and I heard someone recently say it. Who's another Libra? They said love does not hurt. Love is not painful, or you should not have scars from your relationship. And for everyone that disagrees, I've seen so many couples that are way older than me, like, they're still like 2 innocent little babies. They hold hands. He's such a gentleman. You can say that's unreal, but true love comes from one of the most innocent places in your heart, right? And, going back to some of these exes that they didn't want to change. And when I say change, that's exactly what it is. They run around saying, oh, he's trying to change me, or she's trying to change me. The person was trying to help them elevate. So for the ones that, they don't want to change, what's it that I'm hearing? Something about as much faith as a grain of mustard seed. That's what it takes. If you would have that much faith in the unknown, your life would be different. Doors, roads would open for you. For you, the people that I'm sending this message out to, this general, the message for you, what I was feeling, what I was getting is don't be hasty. Don't feel too bad. Since I got up this morning and I was meditating, I was feeling an energy that's just, look, I'm getting goosebumps. It's swirling. It's like cosmic dust. It's beautiful. It's just gently, just softly, just swirling. It's like metallic, like little bits of silver, and there's a force in it, but it's just so easy. And I'm an impatient person, so the first thing that popped into my head when I was feeling that and getting that and seeing that was like, this thing is taking forever. But then right after that thought, what I got was, it feels even closer. Like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I was feeling something and I thought, yeah, this is it, it's right around the corner. But comparing those two feelings, whatever this is, it's like close. It's like I feel wrapped up in the energy already. That's what I get. So, my message is to you is to don't give up hope. The other thing I have to tell you, I think I was telling you that in the last reading I did, is to truly, and I have to emphasize it, you have to focus on your personal gain and your financial productivity. I was seeing a lot of the color green. Like, sometimes I close my eyes, I get flashes, I can smell, different things like that. I can feel things. But right now, you really have to put self-interest first. And to put it in words, because it is so hard to explain, put yourself first. Think about living, growing, and thriving. Don't close your heart or your mind to love, but kind of, I don't want to say put it on the back burner because that's too far, but there's other things besides love. So you really have to focus on you, and you have to focus on you, basically. I don't want to say put love on the back burner, but kind of put it on the back burner. And I have to emphasize that. I was trying to explain to you the last time to pamper yourself, and you really have to dig deep. You have to, for some, I'm hearing it's time to write a book. Just start journaling, write even one chapter. Find a new hobby. Find a hobby that pays. But you've got to step. I don't know what this is that's coming, but you gotta like really dot your I's, cross your T's, polish your shoes, clean underneath your fingernails, wash behind you. You've got to be like, receive it. It's like God is putting a star in your hand. Could you imagine someone plucking a star out the sky and putting it in your hands, right? You've got to get your energy ready to receive this, because this is like the equivalent of receiving a star from the cosmos. So you've got to like get that energy going. And when I'm telling you to do these little self-help things and these care routines or whatever, these are the ways we get our energy going. It's physical, spiritual, mental, emotional, but the physical is actually doing. It's like going out and taking a walk. When you go take that walk, think about all the good things you would like to come to you. Don't worry about your stress. Like your first few steps, your first block, your first quarter of a mile, fine. Worry about your stress. But once you get over that, you notice that the cadence in your steps starts to relax. You've gotten that out of your system. Now you're thinking about how to solve it. Answers and ideas come to you. And that's the physical. Because you need to distract your body and your mind a little bit, so the rest of you, your heart, your psyche, your spirit, so the rest of you can do the work behind the scenes it needs to do to prepare you. Because finding a certain someone this special isn't just about looking good or $10 in the bank, or it's a whole different way. It's elevation. This is stepping up. And I'm going on too long. I'm so sorry. The one thing I'm trying to explain to you, and even as I was telling you about, pampering yourself, etc., I had gotten an image of a lady in a bathtub. I don't know who this is. You know who you are. You like to do this. Sitting in a bathtub, and she's got like a smirk or like a cheeky little smile on her face, because no one knows this is her little me time routine. Sitting in her tub, she's got her glass of something. Her hair is up. I can feel like how warm the water is, the suds, some little music on. She might be Latino. I'm kind of leaning towards Latino because it's like some type of I don't know, merengue or salsa. It's something like that, but it's like really nice. Now I'm gonna have to like Google and listen to some of that type of music, but it's really nice. It's a moment. It's a scene. But doing these little things for ourselves on the physical goes beyond the physical. Um, and just because I have to emphasize to you guys for some reason, like to really get ready. And the reason why I'm trying to tell you this, I don't know if I could explain as it's in my head, but our energies can meet other energy before we do. Right? Let me say that again. Our energies can meet someone else's energy before we do. I can dream about a person 6 months or even longer before I've met them. And sometimes it's a warning. And then when I meet the person and I see what they were doing, sometimes it's just clues like, okay, the person's going to do this, do that, do that. You will know that's that person. But apart from that, our energies can meet someone before we do. And it kind of like runs ahead like a general. So our spiritual guides do that as well, which spiritual guides and your energy and your spirit's energy is another subject I cannot get into here, at least not right now. But what I'm saying is if you don't have the right frequency, your energy can run out and repel the very thing you want. Do you understand? It can run out and just block it, cut it off. And so that's why it's important for you to keep your mind light, keep your energy growing, circulating, flowing, keep it happy, keep it abundant, so it can invite the good thing that you want in. There's a mental practice when you're out walking, when you're cleaning your house, when you're physically distracting your body so your mind can do what it needs to do in your soul. There is a practice where you picture yourself being a magnet. You picture yourself surrounded in like a golden light. It's like a net, and you throw it out, you cast it out into the ethers, and you let it magnetize and draw to you the things you need, and you circulate that energy. I guess at a later date I'll try to, go deeper into these things, what I'm trying to tell you, but it's just something I had to get out. And I'm not on here often enough, and I'm still like slow and growing and trying, but I do get certain messages, and Spirit's like, come on, we've got to do more, we've got to say this, we've got to put this out, we have to just keep trying to reach people, and hopefully out of the 10 views it resonates with at least one of you, right? So that was my little 13-minute rant. I apologize, I hope it's clear, and I hope I don't have to redo this again. I dug up this old deck because I was missing it. I was in the shower. Yes, I see and hear a lot of things in there, and I was missing this deck. It's like a craving for a flavor. And I was like, I don't know, I just want to play or, touch or pull this thing out. And I was like, wait a minute. It's that tiny little deck. Let me get that. So I went, shuffled it, pulled a couple of cards, shuffled it up a little bit more. And then I pulled this line to represent somewhat of the past. And then I pulled this line to show where we are right now. All right. The thing is, with where we are right now, it's more of an advice. So it's not even necessarily what's going on right now. It's just something for you to kind of like focus on. So when I got the first card, the Four of Cups, for me, it felt like a lot of people read Four of Cups differently, but in this particular depiction, see like how he's drunk from his cups? He took everything that was in the cups. Look at the last one on his head. He's sitting here feeling full and satiated. You see the apple that he's being offered or whatever, that's not good for him. So whatever was in these cups, he's like bloated. He was out of it. That's not for him. This is not fruitful. That's not productive. That's rotten. It might look sweet on the outside, but that's not for you. And that's where you were in your past before. right? Um, I can interpret this differently, but with this like, artwork, like if I could go grab my Rider Waite, and the artwork is different and it gives me a different feeling, a different message, a different vibe. So for me, with this particular card, that's what it's telling me. You were satiated on the in the past, but not in a healthy way. That wasn't good for you. So you might, might have thought your cups were full, might have thought, you know, pie in the sky and all of that. No, it was an illusion. What came in was change and transformation. And I definitely see transformation because he is death. But for wings, I think of angels and God and heaven and good stuff. So for me, this is good change. That hourglass, that's divine timing. So change came in for you, for us. And it came in at the right time. Because here comes the world. So we needed to complete those cycles I was talking about, karma and karmics and people going back to their karmics to repeat those cycles because you choose to, well, they choose to. In this case, you guys don't choose to. I know that. You want the world, you want success, and it's time to celebrate your successes because you've completed your cycles, you've learned your lessons. All right, so this is what the world is: success, completion, celebrating your wins. It can also tell you that you've done it or you're about to do it. You're in the last leg of that journey for a new cycle to begin. Or, as an advice card, it's telling you tie up your loose ends because you have to make space. And I just heard the word energetically again. So you have to make energetic space. I can tell you guys how to clean, how to cut and clear X's, the karmic ties. I can tell you how to wash these things out of your life with some stuff that's around your house, some stuff you can order from Amazon, stuff that costs like $5. Not even, if you don't even have $5 to invest, not to pay me, but to like buy these things, I can tell you what to do with stuff that's already in your house. There's a lot of things you could do with sugar, a lot of things you could do with plain rice. If you've got pets, you get a can of cat food or something like that. I can tell you what to do with an empty can. I can tell you to do simple little things to clean yourself and to open your energetic fields for prosperity, right? So, but anyway, that's the world card, completion. What came out on top of that, for as far as, I guess your recent past leading up to now, Wheel of Fortune. You know how Wheel of Fortune goes, it changes. And in your case, it's changing for the better. Now, for more like present / advice, your Justice card. Justice is balance when decisions and things are going to be ruling in your favor. But I have to put a caveat in there. Caveat to me is this Hierophant card, who's asking you to remember yourself spiritually, be a little bit more spiritually healthy. Remember your guides, your ancestors, your traditions, your family practices, even something as simple as before you put that spoon or that fork to your mouth, say thank you, Lord, thank you, my creator, thank you, source. Simple things, something as simple as your gratitude. That's the Hierophant, just, reminding you of good practices. So when I say a caveat for justice is it'll be in your favor as long as you've done the right thing, right? As long as you've done the right thing. Justice, it could be the reward of this beautiful relationship, this incredible energy that I'm feeling, right? The Hierophant also wants you to remember to avoid taboos. And I guess this should be for me because I know I ate something the other day I was not supposed to eat. Forgive me, Emaya, because I have taboos. Spiritual love, right? Love your team, love your guys, love yourself spiritually. You are a spiritual being. Love yourself. Success in endeavors. So you could have a successful, again, union coming in. um, teamwork. If you want to apply this to work, career, now is actually a good time to be working with people, or getting together with family or friends. The star card next to that, the stars are also, tongue tied, sorry. The stars are healing. For me, whenever I see the stars, I go, yay, wish fulfillment, because I like wishing on stars. But stars are healing. It is kind of like wish fulfillment. What you want shall come in. Have good faith, really, and just be guided to it. Now, the difference between, that's what I meant to point out. The difference between when you look at the world card, you look at justice. Look at this Four of Cups right here. See the difference between these two cards to that one that makes these two positive? Before you were in a negative state with that worm in the apple. How is it now? Look, the fruits are whole and healthy. As I'm looking, I'm just picking up like more details. And the star card reminded me that with all the good things that she's pouring out. So love yourself, nurture yourself, focus on healing. And I was telling you guys also about teamwork. Three of Cards is celebration, but you can also, get together with your family, your friends, just put some effort in, get this energy moving. And wow, I just spoke for 21, 22 minutes. I'm a recluse, so I usually don't speak a whole lot, but when I have to, I try to give everyone as much as I can. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if I should sum this up. I hope I was clear enough. And for who this resonates with, I hope you got something out of this. I guess just to clarify, because I have to, what it's saying basically is we already know where we've come from. We're in the wheels and the motions of change and justice for the better. Focus on just bringing your A game, Be a little bit better to yourself. Clip your toenails, cook some home meals, invite your, I know we're in quarantine, but come on, you can cook some dinner for your mom, or call her at least. Have a video session with your mom or your sister or your best friend or something. Buy yourself some roses, all right? And just focus on love, focus on positivity, and be happy, all right? Goodbye, my friends.